Naomi, congratulations. After your quarterfinal match, you said that your thoughts towards the semifinals was all business because your goal was to get past the quarters. You're now a Grand Slam finalist. You play Serena Williams here at the U.S. Open. What are your thoughts looking forward to that match?
Well, I mean, of course, it feels a little bit like surreal. I always, like, even when I was a little kid, I always dreamed that I would play Serena in a final of a Grand Slam. So just the fact that it's happening is, I'm very happy about it. But at the same time, I feel like even though I should enjoy this moment, I should still think of it as another match. And yeah, I shouldn't really think of her as like my idol. I should just like try to play her as an opponent.
Just one follow-up. Madison said that the way you played tonight, you will give Serena a run for her money. How happy are you with the way you played tonight? And is that is that the level that you really want to? Do you feel that tonight was your top level?
Well, I'm really happy that she said that. I mean, I feel like every day that I play, I always want to keep improving. So I'm never really sure what my top level is, but I think for sure today I played really well, and I had to because she's such a great player, and she has like a really good record against me. So yeah, right now I'm just happy that she said that.
When you dreamed of playing Serena, how did that dream match come out?
You already know. Oh, you're just asking me. I don't dream to lose, so that's how I'm answering your question.
One follow-up, and that is, what do you consider the biggest similarities and biggest differences in your style of play and Serena's?
But I don't really know, to be honest. I feel like that's the same type of question that was asked when I was about to play Madison. Like, I think we're all kind of similar, but very different. So I can't really answer that question correctly.
Naomi, what were those emotions when you played Serena in Miami for the first time? What was it like stepping on court against her?
Surprisingly, I felt sort of similar to how I feel now. Like, I'm very hyped for it, but when I stepped onto the court, I just thought it was another match, so I think I was able to play well then.
Are you happy to have that match under your belt, even though it was at a very different place than where she is now?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool that I was able to play her so early. And of course, I feel like since the circumstances were so different, and I'll be able to see like how she changed and stuff. I think that experience was really good for me.
Right. Naomi, this was your first semifinal of the Grand Slam, and you played really well, and you played really well in your first quarterfinal of the Grand Slam a couple days ago. So, are these occasions feeling very different to you, or you feel like you already know what you're doing in this sort of moment?
Well, I think that I'm really grateful I had the experience of Indian Wells, because that was also another big tournament, and so for me, the quarters was bigger than getting to the semis. So I think after I passed that stage, then I was fine again.
I saw a bunch of fans outside posing with a Haitian flag. There's a big bunch of Haitian people here. I know that's obviously people talk about the Japanese side of the history makes a lot, but have you thought about that? Have you heard from that community at all too? Because I know it's the city you grew up.
Yeah, I mean my grandma was here, so maybe she was one of the people that was posing. Yeah, I'm really glad that people are coming out and cheering.
Naomi, before the Open, you talked about and you tweeted feeling a lot of pressure this summer because of winning Indian Wells. At what point were you able to kind of shake that off, or what did you do to kind of relieve yourself of that pressure before this tournament?
Well, it's kind of crazy that you ask that because in Cincinnati, after I lost 3 matches in a row, and then I was in the locker room and I was just crying because I thought, wow, I'm really bad at tennis. And then I came here and I was just thinking I'm gonna have fun and fight for every point that I can, and I'm still here, so I'm, in a way, I'm glad that I lost those 3 matches because I think my mentality would have been different coming into this tournament. So, yeah, I think it helped a lot.
Oh, hi, Naomi right here. So you, like, we know that, you know, you kind of have like this similar story of being trained by your dad, you know, and with your sister, the way that Serena and Venus were with Richard. Do you think, especially since he's kind of talked about like being sort of directly influenced by that, are there any, do you think you guys have like maybe some similar war stories that, you know, once this is over, you can share because you've got that similarity in the way that you came up?
I'm not sure. But I do know, for me, one of the main things was that when I was practicing with my dad, if my sister wasn't there, I don't think I would have made it. So I think maybe both of us have this really big, like, sister connection, so.
The other day, Sasha, in a very interesting press conference, said he thought you had an innocence, that you had that quality, and that it was just great, and people could learn from that quality. Do you think you have that quality?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Because, like, sometimes people tell me I'm naive, and then I'm not really sure if that is, like, similar to innocence. For me, innocence is like this little baby, right? That was just born, and for me, that's what innocence mean, but.
It's more not jaded, unspoiled, not caught up in a lot of bad stuff.
How do you know I'm not caught up in that stuff? Yeah, I guess I like to think that I'm not.
Naomi, besides for the fact that it's a Grand Slam final, but do you think as opposed to Miami match, you're gonna get more of a feel of what playing Serena is really like now since she's been back and been in 2 finals and stuff, as opposed to then she was just coming back from maternity leave?
Yeah, I mean, like for starters, like when you just come back and then you make the finals of 2 slams, I think that's really amazing, and I'm sure that everyone knows that Serena is really good, of course. But I don't know, like I really feel like I don't want to overthink this match, so I'm not gonna think that she's so much better than she was in Miami. I'm just gonna go out there and play, and since I already know that she's a good player, I don't want to be surprised if she plays better or not.
Forgive me if somebody already asked you this somewhere along the way, but as a child or as a kid, did you ever ask Serena for an autograph, and did you get it?
I don't think I was close enough. Like, you know how there's kids that are like really close? I don't think I was ever close enough to ask her.
You were down 3 break points early in the first set. Foot of those 3 break points, won that game, and then broke her, I believe, in the next game. What changed mentally for you when you were down those 3 break points?
Well, I just started thinking about the things that I can control. Because if I hit a good serve and she hits a winner off of it, there's nothing I can do. I already know that that was a possibility since she's such a great player. So I was just thinking, like, taking every point 1 ball at a time and seeing what I can do to help myself in the situation.
we talk about what is about Saturday final. You're gonna be the first Japanese to beat Serena in the final, but maybe the stake is much higher. Maybe we're gonna talk Naomi era from Saturday. Do you think that mentally, physically, and in every aspect, you are ready for take over the torch from Serena from Saturday, leading the women tennis?
Like she's still here. Like, for me right now, I'm only thinking about my next match. I'm not really thinking that far ahead. Since I'm still in the tournament, I just like to try to keep it within the tournament. So.
Sasha obviously worked with Serena for quite a long time, so do you think that can help you in terms of him offering an insight into her, or is it kind of all about focusing on you?
I think it may be slightly more focusing on me, but of course I think he'll have things to say that could be helpful, so I'm gonna see what he says tomorrow.
Sasha also said that you tend to play your best matches in the biggest moments. Do you agree with that? Why do you think that is, if that is true?
I mean, I agree with it. And I think that happens because I feel like every day that I practice and there's no one watching, it sort of builds up to the moment where I can play on the big stadiums and I can play against the best tennis players. So I feel like that's what all the hard work I've put in leads up to.
You said before that without your sister you wouldn't be here. Was there a big rivalry when you were kids on the tennis court, and is it still? Do you still play sometimes together?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is my sister, she got injured a little bit, so she couldn't really play for a while. And I haven't really seen her because we both travel now. But like, I'd like to play with her, but she's sitting on clay court now, so I can't really do anything.
When you were a kid, was it a big rivalry, or you wanted to beat her badly, so you improved a lot?
She beat me 6-0 until I was 15, and then I don't know what happened, but one day I beat her 6-2. So I'm not sure if you call that a rivalry if someone beats you every day 6-0 for 15 years.
Naomi, how much did the experience at Indian Wells, beating top players and winning a championship, holding up a trophy, how much will that help you Saturday?
I'm not really sure. I think atmosphere-wise, I think tonight would help me more because I played against an American and the crowd wasn't really for me, but I sort of like that atmosphere. So I think instead of Indian Wells, just my matches here will help me.
So after the match Saturday, will you have remarks prepared?
What do you mean?
Well, after Indian Wells, it seemed to catch you by surprise in your acceptance
Oh,
speech.
that
It's
terrible
been
speech.
widely viewed.
Yeah, I'm gonna practice, I guess. Jeez.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
今回の試合、大会で全てでいつも我慢我慢ってがポイントっておっしゃってましたけど、今回の試合も我慢が大事だったのか、それプラス何かを頑張ったのか教えてください。
I just think not getting too frustrated because she did have a lot of break points and I had to play really well during those moments. So I think, and also during the last game that I had to serve it out, I lost the first point and I was really tight, but I was able to serve really good after that. So.
マイアミの時はセリーナにこうカモンって言わせたいっていう目標があったと思うんですけど、決勝では勝つこと以外にそういう何か目標はありますか？
I think same goal. But for me, I don't know. I don't want to like think too much about what she'll do. for me, I feel like I have to focus on me during the match.
セカンドセットの第2ゲーム、何度もデュースがあってブレイクポイントしのいだっていうあのゲームがすごく大きかったんじゃないかと思うんですけれど、あのゲームの時にはどういうことを考えていたのか、でその後自分が相手よりも有利に立ったっていうふうに感じることができましたか？
Well, during that game, I was just thinking that she was playing really well to get the break points, and I was basically thinking that I have to like survive the storm, sort of. And yeah, for me, I was just trying to serve really well and just keep the ball in play during those moments in that game.
大阪さん、今ランキングは大阪さんの方がセリーナより上なんですけど、サタデーファイナルでは大阪さんがチャレンジャーですか、それともセリーナがチャレンジャーですか？
You know Serena's not a challenger. Of course, I feel like I'm a challenger. She's been in so many Grand Slam finals. She knows how it feels. I'm still really new, I think. And for me, that's the fun part. I think I'm going to really embrace the moment, and I'm going to play at least to the best of my abilities.
今日このアリーナにこう入ってくる時どんな気持ちだったかということをまず教えてほしいのと、小さい時小さくもないですけどセリーナとかと一緒に写真撮ってすごい喜んでてすごく憧れの人が今すごくその頃に比べたら本当に身近な人になったと思うんですけど、同じロッカールームにいたりして、その彼女の存在っていうのはこの子供の頃の憧れてたのから今はどんな存在に変わってきてるか教えて。
Okay, well, when I entered the arena to play my match today, I was really excited because I've never played a night match here. And yeah, I knew the roof was closed, so it was going to be really loud, and I thought that would make it more fun. So I was happy. And to be honest, your sentence was really long and I got tired. I'm sorry.
一緒に写真撮ってたでしょ、小さい
Like
時はもう。
which one? During Stanford? Because
Yeah,
okay.
So when you were 16 or 15,
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
first met Selena.
Are you asking me if I talked to her or something?
それで一緒に写真撮って今どんな今はこうやってほとんど互角に一緒にライバルになりつつありますよね。セリーナと戦う相手になってきたじゃないですか。憧れから。
Is that a question? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Do you think that you are getting close to her?
Like tomodachi?
Not tomodachi, just like as a tennis player.
As a tennis player.
Just like a.
Well,
it's not just idol.
No, I mean, for me, she'll always be someone I look up to, but tennis-wise, I want to try to just do my own thing. I want to be my own person, and like I don't really think we're that, like, I don't know how to say, like, I don't really think like I want to do exactly what she does. So it's not like my goal. Like I know that I say that I really love her, but it's not my immediate goal to do everything that she does. I know that everyone has their own way of doing things, and like there's a process, and I think that's what makes everything really like individual. So.
今日決定ウィナーがすごく少なかったと思うんですけど、自分でプレーしていてあんまり心地よくない感じがしたのか、それとも勝つためにはこれもビジネスだと思って入れていたのか教えてください。
Well, for me, I think today, since the last few times I've played Madison, I've been the one that's been trying to go for shots. So today I was just trying to be more patient and maybe go for them when I had the opportunity. So yeah, I wasn't trying to hit that many winners or anything. And yeah, today was, yeah, I guess business too.
ストレートに聞きます。セリーナに勝つ自信はありますか？
No. Like yes, I wouldn't play the match unless I thought I did.
勝つためには何が一番大事に、何が一番キーになると思いますか？
I think to have confidence in myself is the most important thing.
すごく今冷静に見えるんですけれど、それはすごく嬉しかったり興奮してるけれど表情に出ていないのか、それとももう今はすごく落ち着いてるのか、どっちですか？
Well, now I just feel like I'm in a press conference, so I'm not really like excited or anything. But I haven't seen my parents yet, so I think when I see them, I'll be happy.
明日練習と体のケアと、あと男子の準決勝がありますけど、明日はどういう過ごし方をしますか？
I mean, I feel like it's already tomorrow. I don't know what time it is, but I'm gonna sleep for a very long time, and then I'm gonna come here and practice, and of course I'm gonna watch K's match. So.
Thank you, everyone.
ありがとうございます。